Hi everybody, welcome to Andiamo la Cucina. Today we're going to be making a chocolate flan Grand Marnier. It's a French liqueur, it's orange flavored with cognac. Right now I'm melting the sugar down to get a caramel sauce to go into the bundt cake form. These are already pre-greased. I'm making a double batch, so you'll look at the instructions for a single batch unless you want to make double. Once this caramel is done, it's going to be poured in the bottom of the bundt cake, and then we're going to get together and make the flan and the chocolate cake with the Grand Marnier with some orange zest. So get prepared. I'm almost done here with the caramel sauce. Some people buy caramel sauce in one of those ones that they use for like ice cream, but I like to make my own. I just take sugar, let it slowly melt in a nice thick saucepan or a flat iron pan, and then you add a little bit of water and just let it get brown. See, it's browning up. It's gonna get a little bit thicker, and then I'll pour it in, and then we'll go over. Today's recipe is gonna actually be really easy because I'm going to use a box chocolate cake mix versus making one because I'm pressed for time. A lot of cooking is July 4th. And to everybody, happy July 4th, happy Independence Day. So because I am doing a lot of different things today, I am going to make this a simple recipe. You can use your own chocolate cake mix recipe, or like I said, buy a store-bought cake mix. That works just as fine. It's the same ingredients you're going to put into making your chocolate cake. But I have a little twist to mine since I'm using a box. You'll see when we get to that part. You'll need orange zest. You'll need the Grand Marnier. If you don't have Grand Marnier, you could use triple sec. That'll work as well too. You'll need evaporated milk, condensed milk, eggs. Okay? And this is getting nice and brown, as you can see. Just a few more minutes, and then we'll start on the cake and the flan. All right, guys, so nice consistency here with the caramel. I am gonna put a splash of the Grand Marnier into this. Always pull away from the stove. Okay. That smells good. You can really smell the orange. And to thicken this up a bit too. So what I'm gonna do is put just a splash of more water. And we are done with this portion of it. It does get very hot, so be careful with the caramel. You don't want to burn yourself. Okay. I'm going to pour these in and then we'll get started with everything else. Alright guys, to cut back on some time, I already put the store-bought cake mix in here instead of making, like I said, trying to do things a little bit quicker today. To the cake mix, I put the ingredients that it asked for, but I am going to put in orange zest. And instead of using water that it calls for, I'm going to be putting in hot coffee. You would use a cup. I'm making a double batch. I'm using 2 cups. Okay? And remember, like I always tell you, I love citrus. So make sure you just do the skin and not the white, because that could be bitter. The thing I like about this cake, it's sort of magical. Flan, chocolate flan, it's flan with the cake. For some reason, when you put the cake on the bottom and then put the flan on top, when you take it out of the oven, it's going to be reversed. The flan will be on the bottom and the chocolate cake will be on the top. All right, so we got the zest in there, and I have everything for the flan in here: the condensed milk, the evaporated milk, the cheese, cream cheese, zest, orange zest is going to go in here as well. And we have to put our Grand Marnier in here. This is a nice dessert if you want to do something quick. It's really delicious. It's off the beaten path. I don't know how many people really make it anymore. I tend to like it. Okay. So, we're going to go ahead and first mix the chocolate cake. I just put the Grand Marnier in here. So we're going to put, I'm eyeballing this, I'd say 3 tablespoons in here. Okay? And about 2 teaspoons in here. That's it. Like I said earlier, if you don't have Grand Marnier, you could use triple sec, which is probably cheaper because this is expensive. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and mix this. Starting off on low because there's a lot of powder in here. Once I get this incorporated good, I'm gonna put in the coffee. The coffee just enhances the flavor of the chocolate. It's really a nice trick. So instead of the water that it calls for, I'm putting in coffee. So this is hot coffee, by the way. You want to use hot. Oops. I'll lower the speed on that until I get this incorporated. And then we're going to pour these into the bundt pans right over the caramel. You want to scrape the sides of the bowl. I'm already wearing chocolate. I should probably wear an apron when I'm doing this. Mixing that really good. This is a very simple recipe, especially if you're not going to use your own cake mix, like the chocolate cake mix, and you wind up just buying a store-bought. This saves you a lot of time. Like I said, today's 4th of July. Happy Independence Day once again, if you're just joining. So I have a lot going on in the kitchen, and therefore, cut back on some time, I'm just using a store-bought chocolate cake. All right, this is mixed well, like it's gonna be. Bear with me 1 second. I just want to get a plate that I can lay this in. So we're gonna scoop this in somewhat, make sure I get it even. I'll pour and scoop. So, let's put some coffee here. I have a pet peeve of having anything on here that shouldn't be. Okay. So here we go, pouring in the chocolate cake mix. That's the first one. And like I told you guys, I'm doing 2, so. And I'm gonna pour, try to eyeball this and see which one has more or less. Okay, I think this one could use it all. So the good thing about the Grand Marnier is it gives it such a beautiful flavor. And when this is done, it's gotta cook for about almost 2 hours in the oven in bain marie. You gotta cover these bun pans. The only good thing about this is you don't gotta cover the outside of the bun pan because there's no way of water seeping in it. And then when we're done with this, we'll probably decorate with fresh fruits and pecan on top. And when the cake is done, I probably do a little simple syrup with Grand Marnier and put it on the bottom of the cake before, do like a little bit of a wet drizzle on the cake before I pull it out of the wet pan, the bump pan. And this way it just enhances the flavor even more. Okay, so this is done. So, we need to put the eggs in here. That's the only thing I'm missing. So, like I said, I'm doing double batch, so I'm going to be breaking 8 eggs. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I usually don't bring the whole basket out. I count out exactly what I need. So if ever, let's say an egg or 2 breaks, I'm not trying to figure out how many eggs I put in there or I'm missing. But like I said, today's a special day. A lot going on with 4th of July, so trying to get things done quickly. But I did want to bring all my favorite viewers here a video to keep you guys going. So that's why we did this. So I'm gonna unplug this, place it over here for now, and we're gonna get started with the blender. So everything here goes in at once. With the flan, that's a good thing. You don't have to like add in 1 egg at a time. So all this goes in. Okay. And now we're going to turn this on. Make sure the cover's on good, okay? Oh, let's plug it in. That would help. So I already have the oven turned on to 325. We're gonna let this mix really well though, because it's got the cream cheese in there. So I'm gonna let it pause for a second. I'm gonna do a reverse. Getting hot in the kitchen. That's why I pinned up my hair, just in case if you were wondering why. Okay, so I'm going to carefully take this off because this is so full. Okay, I'm going to throw this into the sink. And now we're going to pour these in here. Just right on top. I'm not worried about it sort of mixing there because I know that it's gonna float to the bottom. And I made a little mess here, but so be it. That's what the kitchen's for, right? For cooking. All right, guys. Now what I'll do is I'll cover these with aluminum foil. You can see it's full. And it's gonna go in the bain-marie, the water bath, halfway up the pan into the oven for about 2 hours. Then it'll be ready. You let it set outside for about 30, 40 minutes, maybe an hour. Then pop it in the refrigerator, let it sit in there for a couple hours so it gets nice and cold. And then just before you remove it, what you'll do is take the bump pan, put a little bit of warm water underneath, and then flip it out. Take it out of the bump pan, turn it over, and then we'll decorate. I'll be back when this is done and show you the final results. Thanks again for joining Andiamo alla Cucina. It's been a pleasure being with you today on 4th of July. I hope you guys are enjoying it, enjoying what this country stands for. It's very important. We're all from different countries, coming to the United States where there's freedom, and I'm glad to be an American, an Italian American, I should say. Also, please remember to go onto your Facebook page, go to your friends, click on all of them, invite them to Andiamo alla Cucina, invite them to watch a video. We want to share these recipes with everyone that we know. I share them with you. I don't keep anything a secret, so share them with everybody else. Thanks for joining. Again, enjoy your holiday. See you soon. Hi everybody, we're back. So the flan, cocoa flan here at Marnier is completed. I'm just gonna put a couple of teaspoons. I was gonna do a simple syrup, but I think this just worked the same. I'm just gonna wet it a little bit with a little bit of Marnier. Not much, just a little bit. So that's 3 teaspoons. 4. I think that's plenty because it is strong. It is alcohol. So, all right, the moment we've all been waiting for. So remember when I told you we put the chocolate cake first and then the flan on top? So now look, the chocolate cake's on top and the flan's on the bottom. So we're gonna use a nice flat plate, which I am gonna gracefully flip this over. Okay, nice and tight. And you can see all the syrup came out. Voila. There's the flan. I think it looks really beautiful. I think it looks really beautiful. I don't know what you guys think, but I would like to know. Please leave comments. I'm gonna decorate this with a couple of things. So I have some fresh fruit. I have some strawberries. Place it over here. Just try to be balanced with it. And I'll probably make a little bit more caramel to put on top. Not sure, I think it has enough, but we'll see. I got some really beautiful blackberries. Look at the size of these things. And I have some pecans, and I have a little bit of walnuts. So I'm just gonna put a little bit of dusting of the walnuts on top. Just a few. Because I have some pecans that I did in chocolate that I'm gonna, just a little ganache. I'm just gonna place it on there. Actually, I want to turn it over so you can see it's a pecan. And then I'll place the blackberries on here as well. I think this looks really pretty. It's a nice presentation. The Marnier in the flan and in the chocolate cake mix really gives it beautiful flavor. So I just dipped a little bit of the chocolate that I had sitting in the ganache so I can just place it on there so it doesn't roll off. And then you can set this back in the refrigerator for a few minutes because that chocolate ganache will get hard. I'll put this right here. Right there. And right there. Let me just rinse my hands. I'll bring you in a little closer. I think that looks really beautiful. Again, tell me what you think. Your opinion matters. I think that looks really pretty. I think it came out really beautiful. Nice balance. As you could see, the chocolate from the flan. Really beautiful. Looks a little marbleized on top, very pretty. So, once again, I'm gonna ask you guys to go to your friends' page and get all your friends, click on them, invite them to the page, invite people you haven't seen in a while, share the page, share it on other pages if you want, Andiamo alla Cucina. I appreciate your comments. I appreciate doing these videos with you. I really enjoyed today, even though this was a quick one. I'll also put, list, even though we used the box chocolate cake today, I will list the chocolate cake ingredients so you can make it from scratch. Either way, I mean, it's up to you, but I think this looks really beautiful. I'm gonna be on my way to deliver it. So, until we meet next time, take care of yourselves. Again, take a look at the recipes on YouTube. There's a lot of stuff on there, mascarpone cheese, ricotta, mozzarella, ricotta cheesecake, plenty of recipes that I've been posting. So I don't know what'll come up next tomorrow. Since I'm available, I think I'll make a new cheesecake that I've been dying to make that I thought of, and I'll be happy to share that with you guys, so stay tuned. Take care, bye.